Okay, so in order for me to tell you why we're doing this assignment, I'm going to start off with a comparison. So it's going to seem like I'm talking about something that has nothing to do with Avid. I'll then connect it. In the end, I'll tell you how it does connect. So, what am I going to compare it to? Well, I'm going to compare it to movie previews. So, I have to watch the preview to a movie before I watch the movie. Okay? Because otherwise, I don't know, is this a mystery? Is it a science fiction movie? Is it a fantasy movie? Is it set in the history? Is it set in the present? Who's the main character? Who's the bad guy? All kinds of questions, right? I feel like I have to watch the preview first in order for me to really enjoy a movie, because otherwise I just feel lost. I feel lost the entire time. Okay? Now, doesn't mean I'm going to understand the whole movie. Obviously, I'm not going to understand the whole movie just by watching the preview. I have to watch the movie to actually get it. That preview is still an essential part to making the movie really enjoyable for me. Okay? Now, how does that relate to Avid and what we're doing? Well, we're previewing tutorials. Okay? So, once again, you're not going to understand all of tutorials just from this preview. Matter of fact, it's almost kind of like meant to create confusion. Not to confuse you, but to try and figure out where you're confused, to make your confusion specific so that I know specifically where to go in and correct it. Okay? And also where you might already know stuff and we don't have to spend class time trying to figure that out. Okay? So, this preview makes the actual lesson way more effective. Just like watching the preview makes watching the movie all that more enjoyable because you're not lost the whole time. All right? So, how do we preview this assignment? Okay? Well, we're going to do it in two ways. By writing questions, yay, we should be good at that by now, and making predictions. Okay? I really want you to try and make as many predictions as you can. If you go ahead, feel free to write as many questions as you can, but if you can make predictions, it'll be all the better. All right? So, as you can tell, how I'm going to show you now. I'm going to show you where you should write those predictions and questions and what they should look like. All right, so this is broken up into sections, okay, and you can see the difference between each section just by the color, right? So I made it light gray and dark gray just so you could see, where each one is. And then, or I guess first, you should skim it, right? What I would do is I would skim it first. I'd just go over it, read a couple of words, try and get an idea of the flow of the thing, okay? And then you'll simply highlight that first section and you'll either write a prediction or a question about it. Okay, so this one pretty simple, right? I think so. I'm making a prediction. I think this part is simply for scoring. Okay, so it's not telling me anything. It's just like for the teacher to write points on. Okay, so that's my prediction. Now I'm going to skip this section because I would probably just write another prediction about this, but I want to show you an example of a question. I'd come down here to this section right here and I'd say, okay, why do we need both an essential question and an initial question? Okay. So I would have, I kind of skipped over it just for this example, but I would have made a prediction about this one just for me, and then I would have seen this, and I would say, okay, cool, essential question. I kind of get what essential questions are, but wait, hey, whoa, why do we need an initial question as well? What is an initial question? I don't get that. Okay, so you'll just repeat that process for each one of these. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 predictions or questions that should be in the comment on the side. And remember, if you highlight something, it gives you this little circle with a plus there. All right, there you go. Enjoy your preview. And remember, you're not going to understand the whole movie, the whole assignment, just by doing the preview. It simply makes the movie makes the lesson about tutorials all the much better because you did your preview. All right. Also, you better have watched this video because it took me, I don't know how many different tries to make it. I don't know why it was so hard, but this was a really hard video to make, so you better have watched it. All right. I'm cranky. Not really. I just hope you watched the video.